So if I want to point something specific about my chart, I might want to add more information in my chart here. So I'm going to double click on this orange series, the Not Living in Campus series, and highlight how high that peaked in fall of 2020. And to do that, I clicked on this value to come in here to modify this series. And one of the things you can do is actually add data points, like a specific point on the chart. So I'm going to choose to format a data point to add one of these. And I can choose a point from this chart here, but the titles are kind of long and it takes a bit of scrolling. So the other thing I can do is actually click on the chart of which point I wanted to format, and that's going to be Not Living in Campus Fall 2020. So when I click OK, this information on the side here is specific to this one data point. So I can pick a different color for this data point to really highlight it. I can also make this particular point larger so that it's very highlighted for users, that point there. When I want to go back to the rest of the chart options, I can pop out here. I might choose to do the same thing for that low point on living in campus residences and set that point also to be large. Another thing that be able to keep in mind with these reports, these charts, let's say you put it in a report that someone might print in black and white. When you have a line like this and you have points, you can actually add point shapes in so that the two lines are differentiated not just by color but also by shape. So for my living in campus residences line, my blue line here, I might choose to give these a shape here. I'm going to choose a circle for now. And then you want to choose a size of that circle. And keep in mind, if you set your line thickness to something larger than a point, you won't see the point. So you might have to make some adjustments. So I'm going to adjust my line thickness down a bit. So now I have those points everywhere. And remember, the one that I set to be larger still appears larger. And my legend also shows that that circle means living in residences. Now I'll switch over to my orange line and Not Living in Campus. I'm going to set that point size again up to 7, and I'm going to make this one a triangle. Triangle actually doesn't work so well, it doesn't highlight that top point, so I am going to try a square. Maybe I'll do a triangle for the blue line. I might switch my technique here. My blue line, I'm going to make a triangle. There we go, those show up a little better. And I'm going to make this line also smaller so those points are more obvious, and we have that there. So when I hover over this chart and it's published, so I either have it in a sheet or I use publish chart and embed it in a website, I can actually hover and see the values here. But if I want those to appear on the chart, I need to go in here. And at the very bottom of the series option, I want to say data labels. So I want to turn those labels on, and then I can see all of those labels appearing there. If I wanted to do it for the blue line, I could do that as well. You'll just see it gets a little messy because the different colors are a little bit too close there. So I'm going to turn it off. I'll just leave it on for orange. Now, if you remember earlier, I mentioned that this top point is so close to the top line, I actually can't see the data label for that. So we can go back into our vertical axis and set that maximum value to be higher than our top value so we can see that data label then. So in addition to being able to format a point on the chart, I can actually specifically format a data label. So if I click on the data labels one time, they're all highlighted, and I can modify all the data labels. But if I want to make this one data label look different, if I double click on it, it opens up the editing options for just this label. I can say I want to make this bold, and if I want to make this font larger so this point really sticks out, I can do that with that option there.